would ask Mr. Fernando from UNPO, Unnamed People's Organization.
Ladies and gentlemen, dear speakers, thank you very much for all being here in this very important event. My name is Fernando Burgess. I am program coordinator at the Unrepresented Nations and Peoples Organization. I will speak very briefly to allow for some time for you to engage with the speakers and ask questions. I would like before just to thank Mr. Navid and especially Mr. Lujan and Mr. Navid for offering the opportunity to be among the speakers here in this event. For those who are not acquainted with the UNPO, as we call it, it's an organization founded 25 years ago in The Hague. The full name is Unrepresented Nations and Peoples Organization. And for the past 25 years, it has been a unique platform offering the chance for peoples and nations who are not represented at the international fora to speak, to talk about their concerns and grievances. In light of the human rights violations committed by the Pakistani state, it's natural that UNPO has been very active in raising awareness internationally about these atrocities taking place in Balochistan, in Sindhi, and with the people of Gilgit-Baltistan and in the occupied territories in Kashmir. I will not speak more. You will have a chance to hear besides the speakers we have today, I would like to introduce you to the leading politician from Gilgit-Baltistan, Mr. Mirza Hassan, who unfortunately is not able to be in Gilgit-Baltistan anymore. He has political asylum in Austria. So I conclude now, and I thank you once again for all being here. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. And the last speaker, and Mehran Baloch has not come. Maybe he will join. So I would ask Mirza Wajahat Hussain from Gilgit-Baltistan.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce a little bit about Gilgit-Baltistan. Gilgit-Baltistan comprises of about 73,000 square kilometers of the area, which is a disputed territory as per United Nations Commission for India and Pakistan. And this area is sandwiched and surrounded by more than 2.5 billion people living on this earth. We are bordering with China, India, Pakistan, northern Afghanistan, and of course, Pakistan, Central Asia, because my region is known as fulcrum of Asia. It is also known as Central Cockpit of Central Asia, which is only separated by a geostrategic Wakhan corridor, which was given gift by colonial Britishers in 1890 because of the fear of the Tsarist Russian coming down to British India through Gilgit. So Gilgit is the gateway of later on what Maharaja Kashmir was taken into confidence by the colonial Britishers in 1935 and took over Gilgit Agency for 60 years lease to have their outpost in the Central Asia and bordering with Gilgit-Baltistan. So let me tell you that world's largest mountain ranges, the Himalayas, Karakoram, Hindu Kush, Kunlun, these mountain ranges, they are home of Gilgit-Baltistan. They crisscross each other. But very important, you might have been listening about Himalayas, Hindu Kush, and Karakoram, but Kunlun mountain range. Kunlun mountain range now lies with China in Xinjiang province because in 1963, government of Pakistan gifted this territory, 6,000 kilometers of our Gilgit-Baltistan as a gift to government of China. And this Karakoram tract, Upper Hunza, and Shishkum Valley in Baltistan, in Sugar Baltistan, were given as a gift without taking any single person from Gilgit-Baltistan into confidence by government of Pakistan. And in fact, to construct Karakoram Highway, KKH Karakoram Highway, which is a prelude of making of this CPEC. Now, let me a little bit touch around with the Kashmir dispute, because it's very hot on the all side. And Kashmir dispute, unfortunately, very few people, they know that Gilgit-Baltistan is the most important and most hidden part and parcel of this Kashmir dispute. And unfortunately, government of Pakistan has been telling this area as its jewel of Pakistan or northern areas of Pakistan. And after so much protest, they in 2009 declared the name of northern area of Pakistan to Gilgit-Baltistan. So now a little bit world is coming to know about our area. Now, let me tell you, after ceasefire between India and Pakistan on 1st January 1949, there was second most important part of UNCIP. That was withdrawal of 100% troops of Pakistan Army from Gilgit-Baltistan and Pakistan occupied Kashmir, along with the civilians who entered in shape of tribal Lashkar or whatever after 1947 in both these regions. And bulk of Indian army will vacate Indian-held Kashmir, but part of Indian army will remain there to look after law and order situation. But unfortunately, government of Pakistan disagreed, and it did not fulfill its promise to UNCIP, and it did not withdraw its forces from Gilgit-Baltistan. So we people of Gilgit-Baltistan today demand that Gilgit-Baltistan is key to unlock Kashmir dispute. And Gilgit-Baltistan should be the first region from where this solution of Kashmir should be found, and let Pakistani's 100% forces pull out from Gilgit-Baltistan and POK, and from in the evacuated territories, there should be a local authority government with SSR, with state subject rule. And state subject rule, you people will be surprised to know that in Indian side of Kashmir, according to Article 370 in their constitution, there is state subject rule, where no Indian can buy property in Indian Kashmir. And here in Pakistan occupied Kashmir, there is a state subject rule. No Pakistani can buy property in POK. And what about this Gilgit-Baltistan in mid-1970s? Islam ke liye ta Kashgar, ta Bukhara, and they finished this state subject rule, abrogated this state subject rule from Gilgit-Baltistan, and they started fooling with people, with the Islamists, jihadists, and terrorist type people, and our demography is getting finished, and local indigenous people are getting. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I think, thank you very much. So nice. I took a lot of
Thank
time.
you very much. So, before we allow you to talk,
Thank you.
I would like to thank you, Janab Wajad Sahab. Really very informative piece he has
Thank
read,
you.
and he has increased our information on the Gilgit-Baltistan. And now I would request a resolution. The Rubina will read that resolution. So after that, we have still 10 minutes. Because, yes.
Yeah, thank you, Basi. So we have collected from all the talks about 9 or 10 resolutions. Number 1, no defense and military aid to Pakistan until a complete restoration of human rights situation and of the people of Pakistan and nations of Pakistan. Number 2, we call international community and United Nations to influence Pakistan to protect and respect the minorities, and abolish blasphemy law and other discriminatory laws, including Constitution 230C clause.
Agreed. Agreed.
Agreed.
Number three, we call international community and United Nations to put pressure on Pakistan to rectify all human rights treaties which Pakistan is signatory of.
Agreed.
Agreed.
Number four, put pressure on Pakistan and international community called support the legitimized struggles for freedom and democracy and national self-determination in Sindh, Balochistan, Gilgit and Baltistan, and Pakistan-occupied Kashmir.
Agreed.
Agreed.
We call or we request international community to put a pressure on Pakistan that Pakistan must develop the institution of justice and rule of law.
Agreed.
We request and call international community and urge the UN to hold a probe into planned killings of lawyers in Quetta. We call for an impartial international investigation of killing of 73 lawyers in Quetta.
Agreed.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I have one para or one resolutions more. So, because our area is using for the terrorist activity on the other side of it. So, it is very important. So, world community should put pressure on Pakistan to stop terrorist activities in our area. This is what Pakistan
Agreed.
should do. Okay.
One thing is missing in regards, you spoke about Taliban Haqqani network, and Pakistan is training
Yeah.
them and supporting them, and they are coming to Afghanistan.
Yes, indeed. Yeah.
Can we have something in
Resolution
regards
on-
to that as well in
Yeah.
resolution? to
Agreed.
say
Okay.
that They should stop
We'll make
supporting terrorist groups in Afghanistan, India, Kashmir, around the world.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So while you have a question and answer, I will construct both resolutions.
Okay,
That's
thank you.
giving a time.
Thank you.
If you don't mind, my request would be from Gilgit-Baltistan, especially, renowned political activists, Baba Jan, and
Release Baba.
others who have been life imprisoned by Pakistani authorities should be released forthwith.
Agreed. Agreed.
Baba Jan and all other political.
Yeah. Agreed.
Agreed.
Okay.
Agreed.
And
Thank
to
you,
finish
sir.
ATA, anti-terrorist,
And I will
which are
also,
used for
I
the
will
political
request
leaders.
all these speakers that they should submit their written speeches to us so that we will make a document out of it. Sir, you want to say that? That
Yeah, I
first
want to say
he was asking, sir. After that, professors are you.
I just want to share some information that Baloch National Movement just received. From last Saturday till today, 17,
Quickly, sir. People are started. तेजी से बोलो.
17 people are arrested
हाँ,
or disappeared
yes.
extrajudicially, and 9 people got killed. So this was from last Saturday till today, and these are those information which were received to Baloch National Movement. And as you know, Balochistan is totally media blackout. So
Thank you for this information. Give Professor, sir. Vice Chancellor, former Vice Chancellor.
I just have a brief comment to make,
Yes, please.
because Mr. Chairman, you gave an elaborate overview, and all the speakers gave us a very good in-depth analysis. But my worry is that the type of Islam which Pakistan is using within and exporting, it has all the devastating potential to not only for non-Muslims, but even for Muslims. That is, it's a special brand they are trying to impose. Please take note of that.
Yeah, Wahhabi.
And yes, and
You want to add something in that?
yes, exactly.
I mean, we
Any concrete thing you just
Yes,
write down
it's,
and
it's,
then
it's worrying, and it's why that this becomes easier to separate the tentacles of this particular agency.
Arif sir, you were okay. Shabir, Dr. Shabir Chaudhary sir.
Thank you, Chair.
No problem. I just.
Dr. Lakhul Ohana Saab made very good observations. I would like to know why is it that the government of Pakistan is not providing information about CPAC even to their own countrymen and their own provinces? Do you think they've got something to hide?
You say, you tell.
I'm asking you.
This is for the comment, sir. We are not question asking. What do you think? Why Pakistan is avoiding or hiding?
Dr. Shabir Chaudhry, in fact, in Gilgit-Baltistan, you know, there is a very popular term they are using, the local people. That is not China-Pakistan Economic Corridor. That is Punjab-China Economic Corridor. That's why they are hiding.
Do you want to add something? Any other person? We have still 2-3 minutes. You want to say? Except
You know, great leader, Wajahat Saab is sitting there, and it's a great honor to have him here, and hopefully, and it's going to make a lot of difference for Gilgit-Baltistan in the coming months and years. I think this unity that we see today among all the oppressed nations of Pakistan, as well as the occupied regions. You know, I want to make clear that when you put something in a resolution, there should be a distinction between Pakistani oppressed nations and the occupied regions, and we are an occupied region, so we should not be put as an oppressed Pakistani nation.
what you want to say?
Yes.
Yes, that lady from Doordarshan.
Yeah. The Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi has raised the issue of Balochistan and all the atrocities going on at the UN. What is your view of this with regards to how India is taking this issue?
Generally, what we can say, it is from the head of the state who is saying, and because he is also facing this terrorism. But from the point of view of my organization, Asian Legal Resource Center, we say that actually the people have to fight, and without people, if any state, the head of the state say that support or something, until and unless people come out and fight for that, there would be no freedom. That is our point of view, and such freedoms we have seen past, that freedom has not sustained very much, because then dictatorial regimes take over those freedoms in their favor. So if any other person has something, but we think that this is just a statement from that. Okay.
The time is over.
Yes. Thank you very much, and we will put all these speeches into document and resolutions also. If somebody wants to rephrase it, you can. And thank you very much for coming and
just finishing in time.
Just finishing in, and I am thankful to the speakers.